Hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk about something in light of the season that we're about to approach, post-holidays, the time of year when a lot of us are going to be really conscious of our health and fitness and starting to set new goals for the new year. This is also the time that a lot of people are most likely to invest in themselves and sign up with a personal trainer. So with that coming, I wanted to give you guys some guidance on how to find a trainer that's really going to be able to help you reach your goals in the best way possible. Before I get started, there are a couple of things that I want to point out. I am not trying to make this video because I hate the industry or I hate other trainers. I actually love the industry that I work in and I've met some amazing people. However, this industry is also filled with people that are taking advantage of people's insecurities and aren't putting forth the effort that I think that the career deserves. It is a health career and it requires study and a lot of effort, and it requires staying up to date on all of your information and really putting effort into your clients. So when I'm talking about the bad personal trainers, I'm talking about the people that aren't putting forth that effort, not necessarily people that are just new to the industry. The other thing I want to point out is this is not my sneaky way of trying to get some of you to sign up with me. Working with a trainer is a very personal experience, and it's important that you get along with who you're working with, not just that you like what they have to show for themselves on paper. So I would not want to encourage someone to just work with me if you don't like me, because that's way too important. So segueing from that into the first point that I want to make in terms of choosing a trainer that doesn't suck is finding someone that you genuinely get along with. Like I said, working with a personal trainer is a very personal experience. You're going to share some things with your trainer, or you should be able to share things with your trainer that you might not share with anyone else or very few people. I've had clients talk to me about the times they've sat in the bathroom crying because they saw themselves in the mirror, or talk to me about their addictions, and talk to me in detail about their bowel movements. So if you're not comfortable with your trainer and you're not comfortable sharing that level of detail with them, if you don't get along with them and connect with them on that level, just like you would a friend, then they're probably not the right trainer for you. Even if they have the best credentials, while that's all great, the relationship is still just as important. So you need to make sure that you really communicate with that person very, very well. Now, moving into the more tangible things to look at are credentials. So this is where we get to an area of the fitness industry that I don't love. That's a little behind, in my opinion. Unfortunately, and something that a lot of people don't know, is in most states, there may be a few that this is different, but in most states in the US, you are not legally required to have any certification at all to call yourself a personal trainer, or even to charge money for workout programs. Nutrition's a whole other thing. So, and there are many gyms that'll even take trainers that don't have certifications. So the first thing to look for is their credentials, and not just that they are certified, but that they're certified by a reputable organization. There are organizations out there where you can get certified in about an hour and a half. It's just read an article, take a test, and you're certified. You don't really have to study. You don't really have to retain any of the information, you just copy and paste. So look for someone that is certified by a credible organization. One of the most common ones is actually the one that I'm certified through as well, and that's ACE. NASM is another very popular one, but there are tons out there. Just make sure you do your research on which credentials are important and that your trainer at the bare minimum has that. Now, ideally, they will have additional certifications and they'll be always working to continue their education. Personal training is a science, which means information is changing, research is always being done. So they should always be continuing education, always be pursuing greater knowledge. And depending on your goals, look for them to be certified in things that are relevant to what you specifically need. For example, if you're overcoming an injury, you might want someone that is a corrective exercise specialist or has a trigger point certification or something within that realm. Or FMS certified as well. Ideally FMS 1 and 2, those are the ones that I have, because those are the ones that help you understand biomechanics, corrective movement, and working through injury. If you're someone who needs real lifestyle change and nutritional guidance, Precision Nutrition is at the moment the best organization to get certified through for all of that. Or at the very least, look for someone that has like the ACE Fitness. They always change the name. I think now it's Fitness Nutrition Specialist. That's what it was called when I got it. They may have changed the name now, but something of that nature. And is behavior change certified. The next thing that's important comes back to your relationship with your trainer. Unfortunately, there is this stereotype of the drill sergeant trainer, or as I tend to refer to them, the dictator trainer. And that is the person that will say, do this because I said, because I wrote it down, regardless of how you're feeling right now, regardless of how you felt when you woke up this morning, and regardless of what's going on in your life. I said do 20 push-ups, and that's what we're doing today, the end. And there's no give and take. The drill sergeant trainer is where personal training began, unfortunately. And as there have been new developments in the industry, people have started to put more effort into programming and understanding how programs affect the body and the mind and working with their clients. So it is more physically and psychologically beneficial to have a collaborative relationship with your trainer. So that doesn't mean that they should just deviate to you for every decision that's made, but it should be back and forth. For example, it's the difference between you coming to a trainer and saying, I want to lose weight, and their response being, okay, great, I have this awesome weight loss program that I put my clients on. We'll go through that. Your calories, carbs, fat, protein will be this. You'll work out 5 days a week, the end. And do cardio for X number of minutes per week. As opposed to the conversation that is more long-term beneficial and mentally healthier. You come to them talking about weight loss, and the response should be something along the lines of, okay, what do you struggle with the most? So say it's, I don't know, snacking late at night. It's a very common one. Instead of them saying, okay, well, you're not gonna snack late at night, they should ask why, when, and what you're eating, and then get as much detail on that as possible, and then give you options. So the options may be something along the lines of, instead of having a candy bar late at night, you can try a protein bar, or instead of having sweets late at night, you could have some popcorn, or if you really want to cut out the snacks, you could try just drinking water before bed and see if that satiates you a little bit more. You should be given options, and then you're permitted to choose what's most realistic for you. This is a trainer giving you professional guidance, but also giving you the freedom to make sure what you're doing works in your life. That is a collaborative relationship with a personal trainer. And then kind of building on that is coach-centered versus client-centered. A good personal trainer is always, always, always client-centered. So that means that regardless of what I think looks good, what I think is fun, what works for me, what food I think is the best for you, I'm going to program for you based on you. So for example, I'm vegan, I love powerlifting, and I want massive legs. But if a client comes to me and they love chicken at every meal, and they want a thigh gap, and they don't want to lift heavy, then what I do in my life is irrelevant. If their goals are similar to mine, then yeah, it becomes relevant. But a good coach doesn't input their beliefs on you. They give you their professional guidance, their professional opinion based in fact, and that's it. It's not a matter of doing things because they like it or they think it's fun or they just learned this new exercise, and even though it's not relevant for you, you're gonna learn it because it's cool. It's only if it fits you. And that is an important thing to look for in a coach, someone that's really catering things to you. In that same realm, that also means they should listen to you in every session. So I program for my clients for weeks in advance. And usually standard program is usually a heavy day, medium day, light day, if they're training 3 days a week. If they come in on what is meant to be their heavy day and they are stressed, they didn't sleep well, they skipped breakfast, and they're a little dehydrated, we're not doing that heavy day. We are going to hydrate them. We may switch to their light day, or depending on how bad it is, we may do a little bit of strength training, get on the treadmill, talk out their stress, and then do some regenerative movement. My program is tentative. It should always be tentative. And if something needs to change, it changes right then. If I have something programmed that's meant to correct a pain or an imbalance that you have, and we try it for a week or two and it's not working, I need to be ready to change it immediately to fix it for you and to make it better for you so you're actually seeing progress, not just continuing to do the same thing because some book I read one time told me that I should. That's not client-centered, that's coach-centered if I'm doing that. So just look out for things like that and make sure that they're working with you for everything. And then the last thing to look for is, I guess, a little bit more detective work. Pay attention to what their other clients do and as well as what their goals are and how they phrase the reason and the rationale behind what you're doing. So if you look around and every single one of their clients or most of their clients is doing the exact same thing that you're doing, whether they're male or female or 5 inches taller than you or 6 inches shorter or whatever, if they're all doing the same thing, that is often a red flag. They're just a templated trainer, and they're not giving you a truly customized program. They have a list of 10 spreadsheets maybe, and they just copy and paste for each person. It's not actually truly customized based on the information they collected from you at the beginning. And then the last thing to look for in that realm is, to start, ask why often when you start with a new coach. If they put in an exercise, ask them what it's there for, what it's doing. One, because it's good for you to learn. It's good for you to know why things work for you, why it's going to help you reach your goals. It helps to motivate you. But also because your coach should have a reason. That's something beyond, well, I used to do this and it helped me, so we're gonna do it. That's not a client-centered reason. It should be something that is relevant to you, is relevant to your goals, and is based in some sort of science or psychology. Not just because I said, because it's fun, because it looks cool. So that's most of what to look for. There's a lot of other things that I could say on this topic. I tend to go on little rants on this topic because I hate seeing people take advantage of people's insecurities just to make a buck. I hate people not taking this seriously and not understanding the kind of impact they can have on someone. I actually started training after having a really negative experience with a trainer myself and wanting to be different. So I want this to help you. You're welcome to leave comments, send emails, go to our Instagram and send us messages, and ask more about finding a good trainer. There's a lot of other things that I could say on this topic. I could go on forever. So maybe I'll make a part 2 and rant a little bit more / teach and give you a little bit more guidance. But I hope this helped, and I hope you feel a little bit more educated and empowered to find a trainer that can really help you. Like I said, if not, send us a message and I'll be happy to help. So don't forget to subscribe for more information on living healthier, happier, more empowered lives. And I will see you next time. Bye.